Hey, good morning. It's Tim O here. It's Thursday morning, a beautiful morning out there. It is 6:25:26 and it's about 6:50 in the morning. And I already was out there doing my thing. It was nice to be out there, just an ordinary morning, but with so many extraordinary things going on, all around me. Animals, changes happening, just really good. This coffee was just so good, but I'm sweating. It was so hot. But, anyways, what I wanted to talk today about is love. And we listen, sometimes people are very uncomfortable with talking about the word love. And I was for a long time. One, because, maybe because I couldn't even love myself. So, how could I, love others? And how could I, say this word love and mean it? And love means more than just the word. Um, it's love is just not a word. It's an action, and it comes in actions. You know, and people can. Sorry, I'm saying because I'm still not used to this stuff. So, but it comes in actions, and love mostly can be shown when you show up. And when you show up for your relationships, when you show up for the love of your kids, when you show up for life, you know, loving life, giving back to your kids, showing, caring about somebody else besides yourself. We can become very selfish in our ways. And in addiction, it's all about us. But even in life, it's like we we're always looking at how we feel and how we think and what we want to share and what we want to say. Sometimes we have to think about the people that we're saying these things to, the actions that we're doing. And when we say we love somebody, do we really know what that means? You know, and sometimes that just means by showing up, listening to somebody, caring about somebody else's feelings, showing up even when times are hard, when things aren't going great, when things aren't, all hunky dory. That's when we would, mostly that's when we show the most love, when we're there. And we don't have to say anything. We don't have to say our opinion. We don't have to. I think mostly what love is about is sharing our love with somebody else, and that comes a lot with just being there, and that's the truth. And when you can do that, then those little things that you do, holding your wife after a hard day, or just listening and not saying nothing, just listening to what needs to be said. Um, those little things add up. And those little things in the end turned out to be the biggest things. They always have. I was always looking for the big things in life, the big car, the big wallet, the big this, the big that. But it's all these little things that now with age and clearing up and getting clarity to really see, these are the things, like going out there in the morning. To some it's mundane, watering the grass, doing the flowers. But to me, those little things mean so much. They build my esteem, they build my character, they build my life. They just do. And you know what? And then I give that back, so when Carol goes out there, she sees these flowers. When she can go to work and maybe she's feeling tense about the day, she can just look and say, wow, look what we have. Not all that we're searching for, look what we have. And that can make a person feel so good. and those gestures of kindness. Kindness is such a commodity in life. A lot of people, they just want to take, take, and take, and take, and give nothing back. Give nothing back. And it's out of greed, it's out of pride, it's out of arrogance, ignorance. I don't know. It's out of a lot. But when we give back, when we're present, when we can go and pick up the phone even when we don't want, if somebody's going through a hard time, and try to listen and give some suggestions that may help and may not, because if you don't want to help yourself, then you're not going to listen to anything. You just want to hear yourself talk, and you just want to hear yourself complain, and I'm not, people are hurting. There's a world of people hurting, but there's a lot of people that are doing stuff. Even when they're hurting, they get up and they give it a good, honest shot. Because all this complaining, it ain't going to change anything until you change. That's just the way it is. And when you love, you give more than you take. When you can give love to somebody else, to a little animal, a little pet. We got 2 little cats. You see them around here walking sometimes on the bed. We just got them last year. They're a little over a year old. And our little Atticus cat, he died. He got cancer, and it was so hard to put him down. He was such a buddy to me. But I couldn't watch him suffer, and that was the love, because I couldn't watch my little animal suffer. He gave me such laughter and happiness and smiles. And I knew he was struggling. I seen him just fading. And I had to do what I had to do, and believe me, it hurt. And I've had to do this before. I've had animals. But I could feel like the darkness and the morbidness, and we were going through cancer with both of us. And it was just like, let's get some animals. And they only wanted to they could only sell them as a pair, and I'm so glad they did, because we're getting older and we can't play with these little kittens and cats like they can play with each other. And I never really thought about that. They have a blast. After they eat their food, they're all over the house, they're jumping everywhere, and we don't care. They're having fun. Plus they're smashing stuff, and one time they did, but they're like little kids. They have fun, but we give those animals love. And we gave them enough love to take them out of that place. Not that they were suffering, those people were really good to them, but to give them a home. And these cats were abused, you could tell. They were, when you went to pat them, they'd all be like this, and I don't know what happened to them. But now, they sit in the window and they watch the cars go by, or the little squirrels bouncing across the lawn. We gave them that love. So they too now can love one another, and they do. They sit, the pictures we got last night, they sit there, they groom each other. It's just so cool to watch, So, love means more than just feelings. Love is a choice, and you can give love, show love, receive love, love yourself, love others, or you can choose to hate. And hate, that's such a heavy word. I see a lot of people. I see it on this Facebook thing, and I see it out there. It's just a lot of hate in the world. But you know what? There is a lot of love, and there's more love out there than there is hate. And people want to focus on that hate, because that's what we do. We sometimes just focus on the negative. But the thing about it is, when we focus on something positive, whatever it may be, maybe just waking up in the morning and the love of life that you feel, having that little moment in the morning of serenity when everything's quiet, that's some good stuff. So you know what? Show a little love today. It's not a poison word. It's not something that a man can't say because he's embarrassed. A real man shows love. A real man can give love back. to whatever that may be, for the love of working on a car, the love of picking up a guitar and playing out a tune, the love of just, well, it could be of anything. I don't need to get out. You can just put ... Whatever you love, give it some love today. And if somebody's hurting, try to give them some love. And if you're hurting, give yourself a little bit of love. So my name is Tim O. Please like and subscribe to this channel. And if anybody could use this video to hear it, please share it with somebody. That's what we do here. We give back. That's what I do. I give back. I took a lot in my life, and I took a lot out of my life, to be quite honest with you. But now I like to give back. I like to give back what was so freely given to me. And that's just perspective, choice, and giving. Because giving really is a lot better than receiving. We learn that as life goes on. And if we live long enough, then we'll really see the truth in that. So listen, enjoy your day. Enjoy this sunshine. And wherever you are, just give it hell, everybody. This is Tim O. Take care.